nowadays, with bars or nightclubs. These are gatherings of beautifully dressed boys and girls, especially the girls who dress very revealing and sexy. Many times, after meeting you at the nightclub, you will go home. Among them, there are also people who live with their families, and there are also people who are alone. So the souls, when they were alive, were very passionate about sex. So after they died, their souls still wondered about sex. Physical body. So today I would like to bring to you a story based on the suffering of a girl who was raped many times by a male spirit. Story today, I will share with you about the soul followed and raped the girl. A few days ago, a little girl was in a panic and went to see Pope to share about her problem of being followed and raped by a man's spirit. The girl and her family came to see Pope in extreme fear. Looking at her appearance, she was emaciated, her face was pale, and she was always sweating profusely. When he touched the girl's body, her limbs were as cold as if they were soaked in ice water. According to the girl, the state of being cold and stiff and unable to lift is a phenomenon she sees every night when the man's soul touches and rapes her. After the rape, there is a slimy liquid flowing out of her genitals. She wanted to react but didn't know how to resist. Her whole body was stiff and cold, unable to speak. After confiding in the girl, I asked, "When you saw yourself being raped, did you see your clothes taken off or were they still intact? What color is the water? When does that usually happen? How long did it take?" When raped, her clothes were still intact. Fluid out. I don't know what color it is. All I know is that it's slimy and my pants are soaked. It happened usually around 12 midnight and a week ago. The girl answered, "Just 1 week." In just 1 week, she was so emaciated and panicked. Every night the girl was scared, and every night the man's soul followed and raped her. Fear makes the... When you saw yourself being raped, did you see your clothes taken off, or were they still intact? What color is the water? When does that usually happen? How long did it take? When raped, her clothes were still intact. Fluid out. I don't know what color it is. All I know is that it's slimy and my pants are soaked. It happened usually around 12 midnight and a week ago. The girl answered, "Just 1 week." In just 1 week, she was so emaciated and panicked. Every night the girl was scared, and every night the man's soul followed and raped her. Fear makes the 20-something girl wither and emaciated in every dimension. Her body is emaciated. Her spirit panics. She neglects her spiritual life and pursues worship. Worshipping the deceased soul is a consequence of worshipping the teacher. The girl had something to worry about and confided to her friend, and she was introduced to see the teacher. As soon as he reached the door, the teacher said, "There is a male spirit following me. It has been supplied to the uterus along with incorrect activities during menstruation, especially bathing, leading to vaginitis. The discharge is the release of vaginal discharge due to infection." 4. The girl felt like someone was raping her because of psychological panic, a consequence of going to see the teacher. Ever since she went to see it, she believed that she was being followed and raped by a ghost. Those are my basic conclusions about this case. The girl went to the hospital for a thorough examination and long-term treatment, but could not recover. As for me, I only let her drink sugared ginger water and exercise 30 minutes before meals and 30 minutes after meals. Along with that, I invited her to repent and receive the sacrament of reconciliation, along with attending Mass every day. Results after 3 days. The girl was no longer haunted by rape. Vaginal discharge no longer flows. My limbs were warm and sweaty. The girl ate well and slept peacefully. The special thing is that she went to... In most cases of so-called ghosts, when performing an exorcism ritual, the entity claiming to be this or that soul dies in battle here and there or like this or that. When asked to the end in the name of Christ, the entity claimed to be the devil. The devil often uses illusions to show what is real, because he knows the past to deceive people. However, they do not know the future. We should be alert. On the other hand, to prove demonic possession, Catholics need to prove by science or psychology that this person is not sick. It's not like it's demon possession. Once a medical condition has been proven scientifically, whether natural or social, there can be no exorcism. The exorcism rite can only be performed when there is a conclusion that the person is possessed by a demon and must have the authority of the bishop. These are the things I would like to share so that we can know how ghosts can live in peace and happiness. Don't rely on this teacher or that and ruin your whole life. End now. And make so many people suffer. For Catholics, God is the ultimate goal and strength beyond all else. Believe and cling to Him. Cast all your worries on Him because He always cares for us. 1 Peter 5:7. May God increase the grace of faith, give us His strength and wisdom.